This is what I sound like if I didn't have a tongue.
Yo.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good, I swallowed the crisp.
Swallowed the crisps in time. Glad you found your tongue again.
I did. It was in there.
Good work. Right.
What's been happening?
Hello, welcome to Start of a 10. We're back.
Mr. Angus.
Yeah, he's George.
He's Angus.
Yeah. How's it going? Oh, yeah. Something I noticed, we had, somebody said to me, the pod hasn't appeared in my podcast, like, subscribe this week. And then I was like, oh, is it not? And then on our statistics that come through, well, they were like massively down. So
Yeah.
obviously, for some reason, that episode didn't automatically get delivered to people's thing.
Good.
So yeah, I'll try my best to fix it. So if you're, my voice has gone weird. I've got saliva stuck in my mouth. If you've got 2 episodes or whatever, yeah, sorry about that.
It's alright. Double.
Yeah, double trouble.
Double Start of a Den who doesn't want to listen to 2 in a row.
I don't think I could do back to back.
We do 1 a week for a reason.
Let's not over egg this. Right, what have you been up to? Well, you just told me the best, longest tale about you getting a puncture.
Cut down version.
No, we don't. No, we don't cut it down. I'll just put the full version. No, I won't put the full version on the end.
Basically, I had a puncture and it was an absolute nightmare.
All because somebody put steel dust caps on it.
Yeah, the guy that had my car before me had like 2 of the wheels for some stupid reason had metal dust caps, and I just never got around to changing them. And if you don't take them off regularly, they weld themselves to the valve
to the point where you needed almost borderline power tools to get these off.
You'd have to saw it off with a Dremel. Like, so, please, anybody who has metal dust caps on their car, take them off. Don't even bother. Take them off. Just leave plastic ones on there. They're fine.
You'd be better off with no dust cap.
Yeah, well, or even go no dust cap. But just don't do it.
Yeah.
So there's the advice.
So that's been your week.
That's been my week. That my mood right now sums up my week.
He's angry about this. I haven't seen him like this before.
No, it was alright other than that.
Yeah.
And you?
Yeah, it was good. I just didn't have any drama with tyres, put it that way. Not like that. So that was quite nice.
Good.
Yeah, being busy doing work stuff. And then that's it really.
Standard week.
It's all good. Yeah. Nothing. Yeah, no. It's reversed round. It's reverse thing. Normally, I've got something exciting.
I was going to say.
It's,
Makes a nice change to be the other way around. For you to be the one with no story.
Righty ho. This week,
the pod is brought to you by Grolsch.
Grolsch beer. You know the nice bottles with the good tops on them.
The flip top ones that go like this.
Oh, that was good. I like that.
They used to do. Didn't they used to do adverts on telly as well? Didn't they? What was the advert? Wasn't there one with wasn't it Stop?
Yeah.
Wasn't that?
And the
Grolsch?
way the guy used to say Grolsch, like Grolsch at the end was really good.
Because it's Dutch.
Yes.
He had a Dutch accent.
Really good beer though.
Yeah, Grolsch is nice. I like beers like this, like Heineken and Grolsch and just continental lager.
This sort of teeters on the edge of being mainstream, but not common.
Yeah, it's like a You
This
don't get it
isn't
on a tap ever.
No, this isn't an obscure beer. This wouldn't fall under craft or anything like that. It's just a nice.
It's not speciality.
It's not a speciality beer.
No, but it's
you won't get
nice
it everywhere.
Lager.
Yeah, it's good though.
And you do get to keep the bottles.
Yes. Which you're going to make homebrew in at some point.
I am. I'm going to do a homebrew soon. Well, within a few months. I'll start it. I might do like maybe a craft ale or an
IPA.
Or an IPA. Yeah, I might do an IPA. I don't know.
It seems like every person in the world makes an IPA now.
Yeah, so maybe I'll do something different.
Well, maybe they do it for a reason because they're all right.
Black bitter.
No, don't do that.
A dark bitter.
Like that one you had. We went out for a burger, And you had that one that was
Oh
just,
wow, that one that was like licorice. Yeah,
it was Guinness. It was like blacker than Guinness.
yeah, it was. Well, Guinness is amber. Well, not amber, red, isn't it? Ruby red.
Well, yes, if you,
it is.
insist. I remember you saying
Hold,
this before.
hold up to the light. It's ruby red. And crisps we have.
Oh, I boshed my bowl full.
You've already eaten them.
Yeah.
They're Tesco finest.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
Crinkle
though.
cut.
Yeah, they were very
Cider
crunchy.
vinegar and salt.
All good.
Yeah, nice.
Right. Are you ready? Are you ready to begin?
Yes, please.
Ready to begin.
Let's go.
This week we are on the Daily Mail,
Oh God.
where a thrill-seeking grandmother of 99, who liked the excitement of riding a motorised stairlift while standing up, has died after falling off it while holding a cup of tea.
Oh my God.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Oh no.
Renee Hall liked to stand on the mobility aid at her home in Berkshire. Sadly, I don't have a video this week. There's no video. Yeah, despite her family's warning, she fell in August
God.
last year and has later died.
See, that's what happens, isn't it, with old people? If they fall, then it can be really quite bad.
It is believed she fell backwards from the device months before her 100th birthday and crashed head first onto the wooden floor in her home in
Jesus.
Datchet, Berkshire. She died in a hospital a month later.
Crikey, she won't be doing that again.
The grandmother had no memory of her fall, but a cup of tea was found spilled near where she was lying face down.
My God.
So obviously, yeah, Grandma took a tumble.
So she likes surfing upstairs on stairlifts.
It would seem that way, yeah.
And this time it went a bit pear-shaped.
She would stand on the stairlift. She'd stand on the footrest instead of sitting down. So she would sort of ride it as
like Titanic style?
Yeah, it seems like.
She'd hold her arms out like this.
Yeah, I think she probably did at some point.
Brilliant.
But she was also found the next day lying down. So it was also one of those ones where...
Jesus, a proper fall.
Yeah, where an old lady had a fall and then it was discovered...
The next day?
The next day.
Jesus,
so
she could've been
presumably...
dead.
Yeah, well, no, she is now.
She is now.
Yeah, she had a bleed on the brain.
Yeah, it does.
Which has
bad.
been called a subdural hematoma.
For all you science nerds.
Hmm.
Or medicine nerds.
Yeah, well, some of my favourite things on this article are the comments.
Oh, God. Hopefully there's some puns.
Who knows?
There's got to be some puns in there, sure.
You have to chuckle. The poor girl gave it a good go. Hope the stairlift to heaven isn't all seated. Oh, Jesus Christ. She died doing what she loved. No one said that she loved it. She just died doing it. 99 years old, she'd have been in her prime during World War II. Think of the life in that time. V2, Spitfire dogfights. She could have been in the thick of it, and she dies falling off a stairlift.
Oh, my God.
What a spirit she had. Risk-taking to the end.
Well, if she was on spirits, that's probably why
That
she
was probably
fell.
why. Yeah. And then there's some good, negative comments as well.
Yeah, we won't.
Silly old fool. Even young disabled people use these stairlifts properly.
Silly old fall.
Yeah, and then somebody here is claiming, is this really newsworthy? I think I'll have you know, yes, it is newsworthy,
Yes,
thanks.
it is on start of a 10.
This is a perfect starter for us.
Jesus.
Yes.
Jesus.
So
have you ever fallen down the stairs? Is the obvious lead from that?
Oh, many times.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, who hasn't fallen down the stairs?
Have you ever, face planted and then slid down head first?
Oh, I
'Cause
think
that's
I've
probably
gone
the
from,
worst way.
Yeah, I've gone from stair 12,
Wow.
gone off the top.
Wow.
Gone pretty much.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, no, I've never done that. I've never face plant fallen. I've just slipped and landed on my bum.
What, and then gone...
And then
There's been some videos this week of that guy who's trying to slide down the middle of the escalator in London. And then he hits his bum on that on the stand on the left thing. Oh. He's very inebriated, and it sends a jolt that looks like it's maybe paralyzed his legs.
Nice.
And then he falls onto the escalator at the bottom, and then his unconscious corpse is rolling on the end.
On the end of
the escalator, and somebody steps over him in classic London.
Brilliant.
Like, no, they don't help. They
that
don't help.
is-
Yeah.
That sums up London and the underground in general, and how people tend to be down there. Very. No, I don't care about your life. I have things to do and places.
Well, they just ignore that they ignore your existence.
Yeah, they do, and they don't have to come to terms with doing awful things because they never even noticed you were there.
Is that why they do it?
It's pretty much how I think their mentality.
Well, when people fall down the gap and stuff, and then they don't
Mind
help.
the gap.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Yeah, mental. Yeah, I've never properly fallen down the stairs, like major head trauma style, fallen down the stairs, gone through any banisters.
Yeah, I was at a house party once where somebody went through a banister.
Yeah, I've never done that.
That's a serious. How do you explain that to your mum? How do you explain that? Well,
I'm not sure how much explanation you need. Well, he fell down the stairs.
Yeah.
That's pretty much
and he's
what
now
happened.
gone through the banister. Yeah, it wasn't me. Just to clear up, it wasn't me. But yeah, and then I guess it all depends how economic you'd been with the truth that had enabled you to have said gathering.
That's more the point, isn't it?
Yeah. So if you'd
What were the circumstances leading up to the man falling through the banisters?
if you'd briefed your mum that it was going to be an absolute, like, it was going to be a wild one, then it'd be fine. But I remember at this party as well, somebody that may have been me climbed out through the kitchen window into the garden because they said I couldn't go outside. Nah.
Dive out the kitchen window.
I didn't dive out. Trust me, I was not of the athletic build to be diving anywhere.
It was
but
like...
No, I slid out on my gut, head first.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Is it called? Which bit's the banister? Isn't the banister the end bit? What are the bits in the middle? They're called something else, aren't they?
Balustrades? No.
No, not balustrades. It's like I think it's an S or a C. Google.
Ooh.
Oh no, this is going to take too long.
I think it's balustrades.
I thought that was something different.
No, that's a railing supported by balusters. So a baluster
is one of the things in the middle.
Yes.
This is interesting news for people here.
Well, it's an important part of the story. No, the banister and then the balustrade.
Oh yeah, hang on, I got a good diagram here.
I'm going to say it goes back to like Romany type things. It all depends on the...
you've got there's some weird names. A newel.
Yeah, and then
is the bits in between.
This is very dry. This chat,
God.
isn't it? This is Here I've got an equation to work out how far on balustrade and fence design continued of the maximum metre squared area that you're allowed to have unsupported handrails for.
Brilliant. That's great, yeah, because that's part of regulation, I think, in this country.
I imagine so, and they'll probably have to be the correct height as well.
So, yeah, the bits in between are called baluster, and then the handrail goes along the top, and the newel is the bit at the end, what we thought was the banister. And then on the little ball or whatever you have on the top is called the newel cap.
The newel cap?
Yep.
I like a good newel cap.
And like on your staircase, as the stairs go up, like that, and then you have your...
Can't say like that.
And then you have the like piece of wood that runs along the edge of the stairs.
Yes.
That kind of keeps it all nice and tidy. That's called a stringer.
Oh, so the stringer on an escalator, the stringer is the bit that would have the brush
bit
on.
That goes, yeah.
Yeah. Do you use the brush on the escalator to try and clean your suede shoes?
Of course I do.
Have you ever met anybody who doesn't try to do that?
Well, I've never seen anyone else do it, but I'm sure everybody does it at some point. A little polish.
I do a little bit of polish, and sometimes I even turn around to do both feet.
Oh yeah, you got to do both.
You need a good long escalator for that.
Yeah, or multiple.
Yeah, one floor per foot.
Like if you're going all the way up, you just switch feet. So you do right, left, right, left, right, left. Or if one needs extra
When's
attention.
the last time you went up a 6-story building?
I don't know. How many are in like Debenhams and that? Debenhams has a few, doesn't it? 3 or 4. I don't know.
6 is big.
No, but see, the way you do it, you just go up to the top and come back down again.
Okay.
Obviously.
Oh,
come on, Angus. God.
All right.
Jesus.
Sorry, I'm not with it.
Obviously not. So what's a banister then? I think the whole thing is called a banister, just to clarify. Yeah. The whole thing is called a banister. There you go, guys. You've learned something new. Who would have thought it? We are actually informative.
Yeah, sorry, you probably didn't need to know about the technical
You
names
probably didn't really
stairs.
care, but now you know. The more you know.
Can't say the more you know. What are escalators? You know, the ones that don't have steps on them, and you only find them in air.
Travelators.
Is it called the Travelator?
I think so. I think that's what they're called.
I imagine that's just a horrible waste of money, if you ask me.
Oh, they are terrible.
It literally serves 0 point.
Just get the trolley up the top, but just use a ramp.
Oh no! I mean, yeah, no. A Travelator, like that's the one in
like in Tesco.
In Tesco.
Do you not mean that?
I mean the ones that are flat. So you get them in airports.
Oh, like in an airport. I think they're called Travelators too.
Yeah, but that is just.
Yeah, they
totally
are bad.
Pointless.
Really, they are bad. But sometimes they're really long stretches, and they're a long way to walk. You know, tires you out, man.
I'm not buying it. I think you should just.
Just walk.
Yeah, just.
It's often quicker to walk.
Yeah, and also just push your trolley.
Yeah.
Get a trolley.
Or a 4-wheel suitcase.
Yeah.
Which are a revelation.
But then they look like they're remote controlled. My mum always calls them the remote controlled suitcase people. So you'd be like wheeling them around like, ooh.
I had a 2-wheel one and went to the States and absolutely hated it, pulling it around these huge airports. And everybody else had 4-wheel ones, and I'm like, right, I say I'm getting a 4-wheel one. And it is a revelation. Genuinely a revelation.
Good luggage is a revelation, really.
In general,
right luggage for the job.
Yeah, it is true. It's often hard to find a good balance between cost and strength.
Well, just luggage is expensive.
Really expensive. And it's annoying because it's one of those things that you know the chances of it getting broken are quite high.
Yeah, and not through any fault of your own doing.
You can look after it as much as you want, but it will still get broken.
Some of the sod, you're normally looking out the window watching them load them on the plane and
throw them on.
Yeah, Jorge is throwing it from 14 yards.
Jorge.
Yeah, onto the conveyor belt. And you're like, whoa!
Whoa, man!
Whoa, Jorge!
That is an expensive suitcase.
You're going to burst my toothpaste. Do not need that clean-up when we arrive.
Oh, my God, no.
But your toothpaste would have to be a certain size inside the plastic bag.
Yes, it would, yeah. If you want to carry in your hand luggage.
Yeah. If you ever want to get borderline put into full military shutdown in an airport, get caught with a can of deodorant, full-size deodorant in your hand luggage. Just ask my father. Pretty sure he now
pretty much locked down.
Yeah, it's the way he was dealt with. It was like they were going to put a photo of him in like in passport control and be like, "Don't let this man in anymore." Wow. He had a can of Shaw in there.
Really? What airport was that?
Nice in France.
Oh, trust the French. Probably just because he was English.
Probably.
Stupid English.
Yeah. Take his photo. Never again. Don't know why we went Russian then. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it probably wasn't because he was English, but do you think it's actually true that the French have this inbuilt hatred of the English, and the English have this inbuilt hatred of the French? Do you think, or do you think it's a learnt thing?
I think it's learnt.
Yeah,
absolutely learnt. And I think it carries on getting reinforced by. It's in a weird. I think sporting fixtures have quite a big, thing on it.
Probably
because every time, well, not that England don't play football England don't play France in football very often, but the rugby Six Nations comes around every year.
Yeah,
and it's that's always kind of like a rivalry there.
Yeah,
and because it happens every year, it always gets renewed. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Well, what I think is just more hilarious than anything is that the British have never successfully invaded France, but France has successfully invaded England. And yet, for some reason, we have this hatred of the French. And they have a hatred of us. It's like, well, why?
Yeah, I think it's because we're close, but we don't have a land border.
Maybe.
And also on a governance thing, they just don't because the UK are trying to do their own thing. But then that's...
Especially now.
Yeah, I think more now than ever.
Yeah.
And then also, aren't the French essentially planning their own version of Brexit?
It's been said, yeah.
Because
they've been very on edge for years.
There was a poll anyway, and I think it would pretty much swing to they would do the similar thing.
They're looking quite unstable. They were far right.
There wasn't. Yeah, there was a far right.
Yeah.
Really.
Politics.
Yeah, a weird racist leader who got in was looking like she
Yeah,
was going
it
to take
really
power.
Bad, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Yeah,
interesting.
so I don't know. I dislike the French. I was thinking. I don't know if I said this to you the other day. If it was last week on the pod, but I've met tons of tons of German people over the course of my short life. Well, proportionate to all the other foreign people I've met, and quite a few French. And I've got to say, I loved every German I've met and hated every Frenchman I've met. Why?
Hate.
Well, okay, hate's a strong word. Didn't really get on with the French people I've met, but found the Germans great.
A
Why?
language understanding problem, maybe. I don't know. Even a French person with a really good English accent is hard to come by because of their language. Them not having a "h" sound
Yeah, it's very
and
different.
certain sounds, like their mouths physically can't do our language as well as somebody like a German. That's my guessing. Maybe you're just racist.
Xenophobic.
Sorry, I used the wrong term. Maybe you're just a xenophobe.
Maybe, but I like Germans, and that's probably one of the nations that you wouldn't like is being British, stereotypically.
We don't play on stereotypes here, do we? Never have we been caught playing on a stereotype.
We've never made vast generalizations of people.
No, absolutely not. It's essentially what this entire project is based upon.
Brilliant. Our narrow-minded viewpoints on the world. And for some reason, people listen to it.
Absolutely.
What's then the most favourite country you visited?
Well, I don't particularly have a massive bunch to pick from.
What countries have you visited then, without going into vast detail?
France, Spain, Belgium, Lanzarote. Yep, that's me. I'm out. So not a great deal.
I've been to a couple more than that, but not many more. France.
I'm not like massively well travelled.
France, Spain.
My mum sort of
Holland.
set this fear into me of that flying was a way bigger deal than it was.
Oh, really? Does your mum not like flying that much?
No, it's not that. It's just like, oh, it's stressful, isn't it? If anything goes wrong, you're miles away from home. Well,
oh, right.
Nothing ever does go wrong.
I've never had that.
No, and yeah.
And even if it does, at least everywhere in Europe and America and Canada speaks English fluently.
Yeah, you could get yourself out of that pickle. And
so
also,
it's not really a big deal.
just run the odds through on things. I do this with most things in my life. Because as you know, last week it is. I mean, as you listen back to last week's podcast, I had a cold, and I mean on Tuesday, Wednesday this week, it was touch and go. They thought I may have passed over to the spirit life during the night, as I was very much suffering with the cold. But I thought to myself,
and obviously you suffer from colds like 100 times worse than
yeah, it was quite a nasty cold, and I thought to myself, I'm going to die now, and I thought,
wow, that's morbid.
How many times have I had a cold where I thought I was going to die? And I look back and I was like, fair few. Haven't died yet. Haven't died yet, have I?
No.
I like those odds. They're talk to
good
me.
odds.
They talk to me, so I was like, right, I'm not going to die. Got it straight out of my head, cleared up, boom. I knew I wasn't going to die. Then my ears blocked. Full on ears blocked. My eucanachian tubes, or whatever they're called, fully, like, when your ears won't unpop.
Yeah.
Lost a significant chunk of hearing to the point where it was becoming irritating for Mum and Dad. Were like, why is the radio so loud? And I was like, I can't hear it. They were getting annoyed by how much my hearing loss was gone. I was like, it's never coming back. It's never coming back. 4 days like this till yesterday. Yesterday I was walking around a lake and pop, my ears go back and I'm like, it's returned. It's back.
I can hear again.
Yeah, it's gonna come back. See, but like you say, I just run the odds in my head. How many times has that happened before? How many times have I not gone deaf? So far, 100% of times I haven't gone deaf yet, and I like those odds.
That's pretty good.
It's good odds.
So you're no longer worried about going abroad either?
No, I wasn't, and I think I'm annoyed that it's been made into a much bigger deal than it should have, and now I'm just like, I'm not fussed. I'll just do it and do it quick and just book things.
You should go. You should go.
Yeah, go and do stuff. Yeah, go see some. I like European cities. It turns out they're quite cool.
Yeah, they are.
There's some I want to go
some
and
cool cities.
Go and do and see. Yeah. So I think that's maybe what I'll do.
I've been lucky. I've been to a few countries. As I said, France with school, nothing interesting. Spain, Holland. Malta is kind of Malta is its own country.
Mm.
Portugal
Mm.
and Madeira, but Madeira is Portugal and the States
Mm.
and Scotland.
Scotland.
That counts. Oh,
No,
and Ireland.
Oh, Scotland counts, yeah. No, I'm not counting that.
Not
been
counting
to
Ireland.
No, never been to... yeah, we'll count Ireland.
Count Ireland, yeah.
I've never been to
I
Ireland.
went to
I'd
Dublin.
quite like to go there.
Dublin's nice.
Mm.
I haven't been anywhere else, so I can't really say I've been to. I don't think you can count going to one city in one country as a place because cities are often quite unique within a country.
Well, don't write that off. Then I haven't been to Spain.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Barcelona.
Yeah, exactly.
Barcelona.
So yeah,
Barcelona is very
yeah, that's very
on
different
its
to
own
the rest.
to the rest of Spain.
So much so that they're trying to break free,
Catalonia.
almost successfully.
Catalonia.
Yeah, and they speak their own language.
Yeah, it's slightly different, isn't it? It's Spanish.
It's Catalan.
Hmm.
They have a different word for beer.
Do they? What is it?
Can't remember.
Is it one beer, mate, please?
No, but that does work in most places. No, maybe beer. It was. They said
Wait, one beer.
Why are you only ordering one? What are you doing ordering one?
One beer.
And also, no,
I was trying to remember
multiple.
what pardon or I don't understand in Spanish is, but the
can't-
joke's gone.
I can't remember that
That's
anyway.
right, just let it die. Let it die. I'll dig its grave.
Keep digging.
Hi ho, hi ho.
Oh my god.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Just drink some Grolsch. Yeah, they had that advert with the alien, and the alien came in, and it was like in a forest.
Let me find this.
And the alien came, the UFO landed, and it came out, and it was all like blah blah blah. And this man just goes, "Stop!" And then like they share a Grolsch.
Did they?
Yeah, something like that. Have you got it there?
I believe so. A lake. Man.
This
his fishing
advert.
pond. His lake.
This is it's audio description on
His
start
float
of a
has
10.
been pulled in. Angry dog in a car. Aliens over a pond.
UFO landing. Man has a red cap on. He's staring at he's got a torch. It's coming into land. There's a big light beam. Oh, there's a deer. Oh, there's the aliens. He said stop. Go back because we missed the stop.
You talk through it. Stop.
Guys, why do you always abduct the first person you find? We've got a whole planet full of scientists, Nobel Prize winners, supermodels. You know, if you took your time, you could really
Get the pop.
impress the
Yeah, we
folks
did
out
get
Get
the
that
pop.
pop, the Grolsch pop there. There we go. They share a Grolsch.
And then they still take the
They used to
hillbilly
take him
hick
anyway,
guy.
and away they go with their Grolsch.
Good advert.
I remember that. Classic
Yes,
advert.
They don't really do adverts like
Like the
they
Grolsch
used to
advert.
anymore. The people that one I'm really liking at the moment, but I haven't seen it very often. I'm sure it's probably because they weren't allowed to play it. It's been reported and complained about. 'Cause that's the world we live in, isn't it? That Paddy Power one where they're playing that football wearing the blindfolds, and
I didn't see that.
the ball comes. The cat walks across the pitch, and the man absolutely punts the cat. It was funny.
What relevance did that have to Paddy Power?
Well, look, he's playing football like five-a-side with the blindfolds on.
Right.
I can't remember. It was funny, and it's very rare that I see an advert that I'm like, oh, that's good, that's funny. But a few come up from time to time. But then the problem is with advertising is that you don't see them once. You see them
Millions of times.
1,200 times,
Yeah.
and then you're just bored of them.
I liked the Amazon one at Christmas
Oh, what with the two
with the vicar and the rabbi
vicar
or
and
whatever
the-
he was.
the Buddhist priest
Yeah,
giving each
I
other
think
knee
that, I
pads.
thought that was quite good, quite apt for the current situation of the world needing more tolerance. I thought it was quite good.
I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, no, I think that's what their hidden message was there.
That they required tolerance.
Because they're of completely different religions and ethnic backgrounds, and yet they both bought each other the same present because they understood each other's needs. Needs.
I'm glad you got that pun in.
Love a good pun.
Yeah, the Christmas adverts for me didn't do anything this year.
No, they were.
They were rubbish. I think have we put them on too high a pedestal?
I reckon that I still stand by the fact I think that John Lewis intentionally underpinned they went underneath their sort of normal standard.
Oh, you think they intentionally downplayed it?
Yeah, because they were doing they realised, the marketing department realised...
the hype was too big around it.
Yeah, there was too much pressure. Let's just do something solid. You know, make sure there's lots of different animals. Make sure there's a black guy in there somewhere. Make it nice and suitable for everyone. Everyone's happy bunnies. Or dogs, in this case.
Yes.
And next year, we'll come out with a cracker that really kicks you in the kidneys.
Yeah, but the year before was that Man on the Moon one, which was everyone's a bit weird anyway. And everyone was
kicked
like,
some people in the kidneys.
But that was a bit like, I think.
Why am I saying that?
I think is the John Lewis one going downhill?
I think next year will be, or this year. They've probably already planned it. They're probably recording it as we speak. That one is going to be the one.
Or was it the Tom O'Dell one with the?
That was the Penguins.
The Penguin.
No, the Penguin one was good.
The Penguin one was good.
The Penguin one was good.
And the Bear in the Hair.
The Bear in the Hair, yeah. That was the first. Was that the first of the big ones?
What started off this?
I think it was there was one before Bear and Hair.
I can't remember.
I don't remember.
But yeah, it was shows how good their adverts were.
Yeah.
It was they put a lot on it though, because all their the windows are all done like it,
and they sell loads of merchandise.
Yeah.
Although I think that some of that goes to charity, but yeah.
But they put a lot on.
Serious amount, yeah.
Yeah, and then this
it's
one
just
was
about
so.
raising awareness,
this one was like so unsuccessful that it they sort of even canned it before Christmas, like because they obviously premiere it in like November.
Did it? No.
It premieres at like end of November, beginning of December, and then everyone was a bit like, oh, it's not that good.
Yeah, I wonder whether they just stopped playing it because they just didn't need to. But I think John Lewis had a mega Christmas from the stats. Yeah, financially, absolutely mega from what they were saying on the news.
Yeah.
So it must have, but it's not about selling direct sales. It's just about raising awareness for the brand. Brand awareness.
But then that's the argument for. Think about how many times you see an advert for like IBM.
Yeah, well, that's the point.
What is the point in that?
Well, you know IBM.
Yeah, but why?
Yeah, but you still know the brand name.
Yeah, but I also only know IBM because I'm the kind of person who would look at what IBM do. I appreciate that I'm not the normal.
You're not their clientele.
No, I'm not their clientele, and I'm also not I'm not how I don't view things in the same way that it seems that average people do. Everything I look at, almost everything, it suddenly dawned on me like this week. Everything I look at, items in the world, things I can see, I look at them, and I'm like, how does that work? Everything I see,
well, that's the same as me. That's why we can talk for 40 minutes about literally a million topics.
I want to know why things work and how, and learn about everything. So then I see something and it triggers my creative juices, and I see things. I want to know why. But then I don't think that's not a normal trait.
Well, I don't know.
In lots of people.
I'm like that.
Okay,
but I'm not normal either.
Too, yeah. Well, we've come to this conclusion.
Yeah.
We both say that we aren't quite the norm. And then, so I look at IBM and go, oh, yeah. I don't know what IBM stands for.
Oh, I knew once, but boring.
Yeah, exactly.
Boring.
And, yeah, and I don't know what they get out of it. Well, people sponsor racing teams as well. Like silly products, silly things sponsor racing teams. And
again, it's brand awareness, isn't it? But you think of the kind of people that go to like big sporting, like racing and that. It's all the big top people, so they see IBM everywhere.
The one that gets me.
So when they've got when one of their researchers has brought them 4 products to buy, and one of them's IBM, they're like, "Well, I know IBM for some reason, so we'll go with that one." And they don't. I mean, they've never heard of the other ones, even though they could be the best solutions. So, oh, we've heard of IBM. Let's go with IBM.
Yeah, probably.
So it's just about brand awareness, isn't it?
Is it Gazprom who sponsor the Champions League football?
I have no idea who they are. And
no, it's not Gazprom. Basically, it's this Russian gas supplier who sponsor it, and you can't even use it in the UK. There's no product, and they have pre-rolls on the.
Wow, brilliant.
That is the biggest single waste of advertising money that I have ever. That just screams of some illicit backhander.
Probably, or maybe they will be coming to the UK in the future.
Well, they're not going to unseat like British Gas, are they?
Maybe they will. Maybe they will.
Never going to happen. Sorry, the tail end of the cold has still left me with an annoying cough. Not that I don't always have an annoying cough anyway.
Brilliant. Yeah, so I know what you mean, though. But I do think that most of the time it's just making sure people think of the name, so that when you're going online to buy Christmas presents, you think of, where can I go? Amazon, where else is good? I
go to John Lewis because I've always said this.
Did you ever go to John Lewis before we had one in Exeter?
I'd look online. But no, I would go to places and buy things for shopping. If I'm going to get somebody a present for Christmas, birthday, I've always said this to my dad: I'll buy you literally anything, no matter how. I don't care how expensive it is. If it comes from the 4th floor of John Lewis on what's called Peter Jones, but that one on the end of Sloane Square.
Yeah.
So I was like, if he comes off the 4th floor, I'll buy you anything. And he was going to poke his head round and then come back with a sensible suggestion. He's worked a treat. But I like, or if I'm doing shopping for Mum's birthday or something, I'll go somewhere where they can wrap it for me.
Yes. Oh,
I don't care if it costs more money.
Oh, that is worth it.
Yeah,
If a nice lady
can put a bow on it and a sticker, nailed on, mate.
Brilliant. Yeah, no, I agree with that. I don't think I've ever actually managed to do that. Maybe jewellery once, actually. But no, I've never had
I will
a
happily
vase
pay.
wrapped or something.
I will happily pay vastly over the odds if it's easier for
Do you reckon
me.
you could just bring them your gift and get them to wrap it? Yeah, I bought this upstairs.
Why isn't there a gift wrapping service? Why is that not a thing?
It really should be in
If I
Debenhams
was-
and John Lewis
I'm going to open a stand on a Christmas market
of Christmas wrapping.
that will just be like, I'll wrap your presents
But
for you, mate.
you're going to have to pay someone to wrap the presents because you probably can't wrap presents.
Yeah, but clearly I'm
you're
going
a
to
man.
outsource it. You should see my wrapping.
No, but then
It's
you're cutting your
harrowing
margins
experience.
there.
I don't care because I'm going to go. No, I
You're
don't
gonna
even
take
know whether
your
I'm going
Christmas
to.
presents
I don't
there.
even know if I'm going to talk about this on the pod. It's that good an idea. I don't want somebody to pinch it. Christmas markets all across the UK. I'm going to have a stand where all these men who have no idea how to wrap their presents can take all their gifts.
What are you going to call it?
I don't know, Wrap a Gift Limited or something. Doesn't matter.
Angus Maca
The
Wrap.
name's Maca Wrap. It doesn't matter. The name's irrelevant at this stage. You go in. I charge £1, £2 a product, and if you do 10, I'll do you a discount.
Well, you can have economy paper and premium paper.
Premium paper, or you can bring your own paper or whatever, and I'll just do like 50p
BYOP.
service. Yeah, I'll probably do like a service charge if you want to bring your own supplies, but I can do them in for you as well. You can make bank on this.
Wow.
I think maybe businesses that are just middlemen are the way to go.
Middlemen do make a lot of money.
You just need to find your niche.
You do.
Find your niche where you can fit in the middle. And then that's absolutely fine.
That concludes the personal messages. We continue with music.
Way to end.
What?
Angus's grand plan for millionaire ship.
Millionaire ship and wrapping gifts. Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Right.
That was standard start for 10, I think.
Yeah, it went
Sublime
dry,
to the
though.
ridiculous.
It went dry, but in the middle.
Yeah, well, people love that.
If you manage to sit through the Jacob's Cracker chat,
This is
well
why
done. That was bone dry.
This is why we always have a beer, so that we can just
Moisten
moisten up through the dry bits.
That's what I would recommend. So we started at the thrill-seeking grandmother who fell off her chairlift, which is amazing.
Doing the Titanic.
Yeah, standing there trying to re-impersonate the end of that one. And then, God knows I can't remember what the hell happened.
No idea.
Oh, we talked about advertising for ages. John Lewis.
Yeah, there was loads in between them. We talked
the
about
banisters
staircases
falling
for a
down
while.
staircases. Yeah, somebody headbutting through staircases at that house
And then we
party.
talked about being on holiday.
Being on holiday, yes.
Where we've
Countries we
been.
visited, and it turns out we're both not that well travelled.
Not really.
The Grolsch aliens,
Yep.
and then
And then we got into
advertising, and then ended up with my fantastic business plan.
which everybody's going to now steal.
Yeah, except you can't have Maca Wrap because that's not going to work for anyone else.
Mackin wrap.
Not going to work for anyone else, is it? Right. So that has been an episode of Started for 10.
Yeah.
He's been George.
He's been Angus.
Yeah, that was kind of fun.
Yeah.
And I'll make sure that I fix that. Yeah, I'll just refresh it so that
Or
everybody...
just make sure you like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter, and then you'll always see our posts come up.
Yeah, all that. It's a good plan.
You can favourite us on Facebook, and we come to the top of your news feed.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
We do not post enough on Facebook.
we never post anything on there.
Maybe
It
we
just
should.
It auto posts out
We
new
need-
episodes.
it
and then,
does.
So I've set it to do that, and then
We need to
just
post more funny stuff.
yeah. So it's not bombarding your feed by any means, and it does give us a hand.
That's true. Yeah, it makes it
so
easier
it's-
for us.
we're
If
not-
people see it, then it's
We're not spamming. Don't worry. Right, that's cool.
Cheers, guys.
Yeah, have a good week.
See you next week.
See you next week. Yeah, up to anything exciting? Just another week in paradise.
Just another week in paradise.
Same here. Right, catch you on the flip side. See you in a bit.
Au revoir. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye.
What are you on?